Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to another song review. Today we're going to be listening to an artist that I have no idea how to properly pronounce, so I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to say it's Angine de Poitrine. This video is a long one. It's almost a half hour long, but my husband told me about this artist and said that some channels that he watches that are music related, he watches like Rick Beato, Fantano, things like that. And he said that they had talked about them. He's like, maybe you should watch them and do a video on them. So that's what I'm going to do. I looked at the video and I was like, almost a half hour. Like, what? And he's like, yeah, but this is what people are talking about. So I'm going to be one of the people that are talking about this. So if you want to hopefully join me on this long journey and see what this is about, here we go. I will have to pause it at some point because I don't want my camera to completely shut off. So if there's a pause or a break or anything in songs, that's when I will take my opportunity to do it. But aside from that, let's pop our headphones on, turn it up, and here we go.
Apprécie les avantages qu'apporte ce mode de construction. Par exemple, son confort thermique. La maison reste fraîche en été et garde la chaleur l'hiver.
I did see what they look like in the thumbnail. Did they just say their name? So I wasn't surprised by their look. That was surprising. That's an interesting guitar. Oh my goodness. So many polka dots. I don't think I've ever seen those two combinations of guitars together. I've seen it with acoustic before. Wow. The nose, just floppy nose. I mean, it's cool that it's like a two-person thing. They do all this. I mean, it sounds good. So polka dots and triangles seems to be their thing. This is kind of insane. Interesting sounds. Interesting. Is it all one song? Okay. I was gonna say, I felt like it was kind of like on the verge of wrapping up, but I kept going. Triangle. Okay, so I didn't notice a song title in the other one. I think that was a song title in the corner there. It's fun. It's fast. It's like a jam band. Like they just jam. I wish I could tell what they were saying occasionally. just grab her nose. I was gonna check how far we are along. Guys, let me know if you like this. If you've made it this far in the video. I mean, talented. They're talented. A lot of foot action. Drum solo. It's gonna be a drum solo. They're just building. They're building on it. The dollar signs for the eyes. Turn it with your toe, you know? Just have to do it. Okay. I think at this rate we have time for one more song before I have to hit pause. This is this is interesting. Triangle again. Who are these people? Who are they? How did they come up with this? I gotta be mindful of my face when I'm watching this. I feel like I'm just like for half the video. It's cool that they're building on stuff. I mean, you have two people. There's only so much you can do. And to be able to do that like on the spot is impressive. I will say that. Kind of reminds me of like Slipknot with that nose. Not so much a drummer, but guitar player. Like a polka dot Slipknot. That kind of rhymed. Polka dot Slipknot. Those vocals. Sounds like a gritty, distorted noise. I don't know if that was a new song or not. Get a few more minutes and I'll pause so I don't run out of space. Interesting to see the masks up close. The drums are covered too. Somehow I'm just noticing like they're completely covered. This is so weird. Funky. YouTube keeps putting heat on the bottom, even though there's not any lyrics. Nothing is happening in that department. It just says heat. Okay, I like this one. I like this one. I feel like this could get stuck in my head. That nose is bouncing around. See, the drums are like totally covered. opposite side with the black and the white to match. Uh-oh, I'm at 20 minutes on my camera now. We did something. Should I pause it now? I'm going to pause it there. We have about 8 minutes left, I want to say. What do we think? What do we think so far? I don't want my camera to cut me off, but honestly, I feel like I should have done a little more research on this. I mean, maybe, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys like this kind of stuff. For me, I'll save my thoughts, my big thoughts for the end. I like lyrics. I appreciate music and its talent. I'm in no way discrediting that. I just love lyrics and like, I don't know. I guess more than just a jam band kind of thing typically. So this is a little bit much for me, but we're not stopping. We're gonna hit pause on the camera, hit stop and start again and finish this off. What if this video gets blocked? That's another thing that popped in my head. Like, what am I? Like 15 minutes in, probably. I'm like, what if I do this whole thing and it gets blocked? Nobody ever sees it. Who knows? But all right, let's keep going. This is weird. I'm talking in the middle of a video, but we will continue. All right, for the sake of 8 minutes, let's finish this off. Here we go. Just gonna tie your shoe in the middle of the performance. Even his shoe is polka dot. Or her shoe. Their shoe. I don't know. Their shoe. You had to let us know. I can imagine crowds doing that if they perform for live crowds. Be like, woo! Instead of the heart hands, just. Wanted to make sure I was recording from the mic. I want there to be a really big drum solo. I'm waiting for. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, it's building. We're building. Cool guitar too. I want to emphasize that as well. cool. I like how that sounds. I like that. It's just the whole setup. It is, I mean, obviously very unique. Wish I knew what they were saying. Like I said, I'm sorry. There's a piece of hair in my face. These long videos, something's gonna get me. Tell the drummer's really enjoying it when the nose bounces around a lot. It's not just a bump, it's like swinging back and forth. They have the same nose. The drummers is just deflated or something. I hear like raindroppy noises almost. Like from the guitar, but very faint. I was early in my head. See the nose going crazy. Dang. They're like tapping everything with their foot. Is that it? Oh.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.
I am not sure what I think, what what to say. Oh my gosh, the Rick Beato video popped up. Just says, "What is this?" And he's like, I'll have to watch that. But here's the thing. So I want to be clear. I understand that they have a talent that I mean the guitar, and I apologize for saying like he and everything else. I don't know. I don't know if it's male, female, whatever. I don't know. It's just it's just me not knowing what I'm saying. But they are very talented. The drummer, the guitar player, I mean, the guitar player had a lot going on and building upon different sounds and everything like that on the fly. I mean, they're playing guitar, they're moving their feet around, like twisting stuff with their toes and like all over the place at the end. It would, that takes skill, and I would not even know where to begin with any of that. So it is a talent. It is very cool and unique that they're able to do this. But for me, and maybe it's just an attention span thing. I was thinking of that when I watched this. Maybe it's just my bad attention span that I feel. I mean, part of me feels like with lyrics, like I like a song to have lyrics. I can do without for a song here or there, but a half hour of just music and nothing else, unless it's like an orchestra or, you know, elevator music, telephone hold music, I'm usually like, okay, like I need something else. So I feel like just my taste in music might be affecting my opinion on this, and that's all that my videos, it's just my opinion. Again, it doesn't mean anything. Please don't be mean. Um, but that's, I guess, where I have a hard time really getting into it because I typically do like lyrics and like just having more of a story, I guess, to a song. Um, and I don't know if that's just my taste in music or, like I said, my bad attention span. Like I said, my husband said I should check this out. He listened to it, and that's, he listens to songs a lot of times for the music. I am for the lyrics. And perfect example, unrelated to this band exactly, but um, we went to see Brit Floyd, a Pink Floyd cover band, and at certain parts, like certain songs I knew, I would record a little bit, and it was always like the chorus or, a verse or something like that that I really liked. And then I'd put my phone down and he would nudge me because it was like a big guitar solo coming up. And afterwards he's like, "You stopped recording like right at the best part." And I'm like, "Well, the best part to me was the chorus and like the build up, not necessarily that." So it's just, I just look at music, we all look at music different ways, and different things, stand out to us more or draw us in more. So I think that's where I was struggling a little bit with this band, is because it was all that. And I do feel like sometimes little parts of it just kind of were drawn out a lot. Like I was always expecting, okay, the next part to kick in or the next build to happen when, they were adding on to things, and it didn't for a while. And then I kind of lose interest. And unfortunately, that's just my mind. And I don't I there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong, and I don't even know if anybody made it this far. If we're being honest, let me know if you have. But I'm gonna scooch over and read a bit about this band and see if I can find who they are, what their inspiration is for this, like what exactly did I just watch? That's what I want to learn. Okay, so they are a viral Canadian math rock from Quebec, formed, what is math rock? Formed in, I'll look that up in a sec. Formed in 2019, featuring anonymous members. They gained massive recognition in 2026, including a popular KEXP live session, which that is what I just, yes, KEXP. The duo, wearing paper mache masks and polka dot costumes, plays complex experimental industrial math rock. What the heck is math rock? Math rock. Math rock is a progressive indie rock subgenre defined by complex, unpredictable time signatures, angular melodies, and technical proficiency. Emerging in the late 1980s and 1990s from post-hardcore and prog rock, it features intricate, often math-like rhythmic structures, frequently using tapping techniques. Popular bands include pioneers Don Caballero and Slint, along with modern artists like Delta Sleep, Covet, Tricot, and TTNG. Well, I can tell you one thing. Fun fact, I'm not very good at math, so maybe that has to do with my critiquing a little bit too. Not really. I'm only kidding about that. But they're interesting. I didn't love it. I am impressed by specifically the guitarist because, like I said, they had a lot going on, a lot to keep up with. And it's impressive that you can do it on the spot. I liked that aspect. I don't think I would choose to really listen to this again. Um, Maybe as a background noise when I'm doing something, sure, but I don't think I would sit down to watch it or, you know, I mean, maybe I would put it on like driving or something. I don't know, but it's not like I'm gonna be turning to this to be like, I gotta hear this song again or I gotta hear this again. Probably not. And I don't have many reactions on this channel that are like that, and I get a little nervous when I do because I don't want to get people mad because I'm sure there are like major fans of this. When did this come out? Let me see. It was posted February 5th. Let me just glance at the comments. When they announce a world tour, I hope they clarify which world. I can't believe I was alive to witness the release of Music 2. 10 million views, 250 of them are from me. See, I know people like it. There's music you hear, and then there is music you feel. This is music you smell, especially with the big noses. They'd smell it a lot better. Imagine you were in the 1950s and you were allowed to show them one music video from the future. Okay, last comment. Somebody said, I didn't realize I was in the mood for some progressive, microtonal, jazz, funk, experimental, spotted schnoz rock, but YouTube knew and it delivered. So it seems like a lot of people are enjoying this, and I am not the kind of person to yuck somebody else's yum, as they say. But this not everything can be for everybody, and I would have been curious. Maybe they had a shorter video. I don't know. I think this was like the big one everybody was talking about. But I do wish I would have found maybe a shorter one for my first time listening to them. But hopefully you guys stuck around till the end. If you did, oh my gosh, I don't know. Should I do the thing that some YouTubers do where it says if you've made it to the end, drop a nose icon in the comments so I know you made it. There's going to be no noses, none at all. All right. But let me know what you think of this. Let me know your thoughts. What do you classify this as? What do you see happening with this duo? Are they going to take off and take over the world? Possible worlds, whatever world they're from, like the person in the comment said. Um, or do you think it was interesting to watch, but maybe not something that is going to take? Actually, let me see their views before I say that. 10 million. 10 million. Yes, somebody said that in the comments, I think. So, I think it's done something, but will it continue? That's my question. All right, this video is going to be very, very long. I will end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching along with me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.